My heart for my business, Nonprofit Boom, is to serve myself from 10 years ago. And here's what I mean by that. I'm creating this business not primarily to make money, although that's a goal, right? A man's got to eat. But I'm creating this business to meet a need that I had, and it's a need that I see in so many other nonprofit leaders. Of course, I'm creating educational materials, but I'm creating more than that. When I tell people about my business, I say I'm creating the world's largest community of nonprofit leaders who gather to encourage and support one another. And I'm doing that because I know at the core what I needed most throughout my nonprofit journey and what I often lacked was not only training, wisdom, and knowledge, but also a strong community of support to help me execute upon that knowledge well and consistently over time. The best nonprofit leaders can't do it alone, right? They need the right community to help them. And this is a concept that many transformational programs grasp, and perhaps none better than the 12-step addiction recovery programs. The saying within those meetings is that those who don't come to meetings don't get to see what happens to those who don't come to meetings, right? The idea being that for those who don't come to meetings, you don't succeed, right? These programs know that a vital part of transforming is to immerse oneself in the right community. And those who keep their old or current community and expect different results will not transform. That's all there is to it. And as I look back on my nonprofit journey, I participated in something that was absolutely transformational for me. And my participation in that program happened to coincide with the explosion in my nonprofit efforts, right? When everything skyrocketed. And it was a program called the Don McClannon Experience. And it was an in-house leadership development program within the organization that I worked for. And through that program, I spent 2 years immersed in community alongside some of the best leaders that an organization of over 2,500 staff had to offer. And I gained invaluable knowledge and wisdom. But beyond that, I gained momentum as a result of the energy in that room, right, with those people. For anyone who has participated in something like this, you know that the knowledge, the training is secondary, right? The real magic is in the human connection and in the energy in the room. There is something about the energy in a room full of people who are attempting to accomplish something similar, right? They have a similar vision. They're rowing their boats in the same direction, so to speak. That energy washes over you and provides you with clarity and encouragement even more than the training ever could or ever does. And so with this concept in mind, I have created Nonprofit Boom to provide to others what I wish I would have had 10 years ago. What I know would have saved me a ton of heartache and headache, right? It would have caused less strain to me personally. It would have caused less strain to my marriage and family relationships, right? And it's not rocket science. It's the power of wisdom and community. When those two things are done well, it's a game changer. So with that said, if you're a nonprofit leader, I want to invite you to join us. I call those who get involved with us boomers. Of course, not the generational type, right? Nonprofit boomers. Those who don't accept the status quo. Those who are willing to put themselves out there for the benefit of others. Those who are determined to get up off their rear, take action, and make the world a better place. And here's a little secret. I'm creating this community selfishly, right? Because I know that being around more people like that will inspire me and it will take my world transforming efforts to the next level. It's a rising tide lifts all boats situation, right? A win-win. And again, I'd love to have you join us. If you're interested, reach out. Let's talk and let's make the world a better place together.